Imagine finding your dream home online. The photos are perfect, the square footage is exactly what you need, and it checks every box. You move in excited, only to realize the neighborhood isn't quite right. The commute is a nightmare, the local amenities just don't fit your lifestyle. Sound familiar? It's a common story when relocating, and after helping hundreds of families make the jump here to North Metro Atlanta area, I've learned some surprising truths about what really shaped your life here. Stick around because these 10 lessons are going to change how you think about your next big move. Hi, I'm Sarah Maslowski, a local real estate agent right here in the North Metro Atlanta area, and my team and I specialize in helping people from all across the country and even the world relocate right here to Georgia. Over the past 5 years, I've been on the front lines of countless relocation journeys, and through the process, I've discovered so many nuances and details that often get overlooked. It's not just about the number of bedrooms or the square footage that you see on Zillow, it's about making sure your life truly fits your new surroundings. Today, I'm sharing the 10 most impactful lessons I've learned from helping hundreds of families like yours find the perfect place. The very first and perhaps the most crucial lesson I learned early on is this. If you're visiting North Georgia for the first time, not to buy immediately, but determine if this could be your new home, your focus shouldn't be on touring dozens of homes. Instead, you need to be studying the area. I know it's tempting to jump straight into home tours. Everyone wants to see what their money can buy. I get it. But homes come and go. The perfect house you see today might not be available when you're ready to buy. What truly matters is understanding the town itself. Where are the grocery stores that you prefer? Are there enough parks and recreational options for your family's needs? Is the town too crowded for your taste, or perhaps too far from your daily necessities? I distinctly remember one of my earliest YouTube clients. They were so fixated on the houses we toured that they didn't pay enough attention to the town. 6 months after moving in, they told me they wouldn't have chosen that particular town if they had truly understood it beforehand. That conversation was a game changer for me. It completely reshaped how I approach this process with clients. Your house is important, yes, but it's the community and the area that will truly support your lifestyle and long-term happiness. Don't let the details of the home overshadow the overall feeling of the neighborhood and the wider area that is around it. Lesson number 2, if you're researching a specific town online and you can't seem to find the type of home you're looking for or within the price point you want, it's likely because they don't exist. The towns in the North Metro Atlanta area are incredibly diverse. You're gonna find pockets with tons of affordable new construction, and then there's going to be areas where the entry-level price is $750,000 and new construction is practically non-existent. For instance, if you envision a ranch home with a full basement, a 3-car garage, a pool, and an updated kitchen, all for $450,000 in a prime area like Johns Creek, well, you're gonna have to be a time traveler and go back all the way to the early 2000s. If the criteria you give my team doesn't show up in search results, it's a clear sign that we need to recalibrate your expectations or look in a different area. We can absolutely find a home with many of your desired qualities, but we need to explore a different town to match those wants with the available inventory and prices. My third lesson is to get crystal clear on what you're willing to compromise on and what is an absolute non-negotiable. As we just discussed, your ideal home type, price point, and desired town might not perfectly align. So what is more important to you? Being in a specific town you love or finding a home that perfectly fits your needs? Consider the small things. If a home has everything you want, but it doesn't have a gas range, is that really a deal breaker? Or is it the bigger things? Does your lot have to be at least half of an acre, or could a private quarter-acre lot work just as well? Breaking down your desires into absolute must-haves, would like to have, and absolutely do not want for both the area and the home will provide invaluable guidance in your search. Remember, this search is about the overall lifestyle, not just the house. If you need to be 5 minutes from a vibrant downtown, a Whole Foods, and endless weekend activities, you might need to accept an older house that needs some work. If move-in ready is your priority, you might have to compromise on location and be a bit further out from all of the main action. Lesson number 4 is a massive one. Relocation is completely different ballgame compared to simply buying a home in an area you already know. There are so many moving pieces, parts, and logistical challenges that you likely haven't even considered yet. This is precisely why it's critical to work with a team like ours that handles relocations day in and day out. We understand these challenges firsthand. We can help you line up closing dates here in Georgia with what's happening in your current state, minimizing stress and potential gaps. We also specialize in helping clients see homes virtually when they can't be here in person to tour them. Our team prides itself on delivering incredible detailed video tours. We're not just showing you rooms, we're pointing out the good, the bad, the smells, what the neighborhood looks like, what the neighbor's house looks like across the street, and any potential issues we observe. It's almost like you're right there with us. We'll walk you through our contracts and explain how the entire home buying process works. Something that can vary widely from state to state. Whether you need to sell your current home first, buy here first, or still undecided, we can help you create a very strategic plan for every single scenario. Okay, lesson number 5 is super important. Just because the market here has shifted and homes are taking a little bit longer to sell, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have all of your ducks in a row when it comes to financing or getting your current home ready for sale. It's a classic chicken or the egg conundrum, right? Do you find a home here in Georgia first, or do you sell your current one? What if you sell your home and you can't find something that you love here, or find a dream home, but you can't move on it because your current home isn't even close to being market ready? We can work through these timelines as every home buyer's situation is unique. However, if you're consistently seeing homes here that you absolutely love, that's a pretty good sign to go ahead and get your current home on the market. In our current market, we're seeing home to sell contingencies accepted more frequently, which means the purchase of your new home is contingent on the sale of your old one. While this offers a safety net, it's always a smoother process if your current home is already listed or can be listed quickly once you find something here. If you don't have a rigid relocation deadline, we can help you strategically plan to minimize stress and maximize your options, including partnering you with one of our great agent partners to help with a seamless transition. Lesson number 6, new construction is fantastic and often a big money saver right now with the incentives available, but you're not gonna find it everywhere and certainly not in every price point. It's completely normal to want a brand new home. It comes with fewer immediate issues and headaches, and we do have plenty of affordable new homes being built, especially the further you venture out from Atlanta in areas like Gainesville, North Cumming, out in Brazelton and Houston. However, you're not gonna find new builds in every single town. Some areas are already fully developed with no room for new neighborhoods, meaning options are limited. And if they do exist, they're gonna come with a hefty price tag. These are areas like Johns Creek, Alpharetta, and Suwanee. Some of the best deals right now are in new construction, but flexibility on location is key. Consider areas like Gainesville or Brazelton, which are both fantastic towns offering great new build opportunities. In fact, if you are considering one of these towns, our channel has all kinds of videos for you to explore. Lesson number 7, real estate photos don't always tell the full story, or you have to train yourself on how to look at these real estate photos. While real estate photography can sometimes be deceiving, making a home look far better than it is, you can often spot issues and crucial details if you look closely at photos online. Don't just scroll on your tiny phone screen. Put those photos up on your computer and examine them thoroughly. My team and I can often tell right away if a house isn't going to be a good fit for you just based on the pictures, and we'll point out these flaws to you immediately. For example, if you see a listing where every surface is cluttered or it clearly wasn't prepped for professional photos, I can almost guarantee you the home systems haven't been properly maintained and there's likely maintenance issues. If sellers didn't bother to put their best foot forward, it's easy to assume they neglected other issues as well. Crucially, before you fall head over heels for a house just from its Zillow pictures, take a few minutes to check it in the neighborhood on Google Maps. Is it right off a major highway? Does it back up to a busy road? Has the neighbor let their grass grow for 6 months? These are quick, vital insights that you can gather that are especially critical whenever you are considering relocating to a brand new area and can't simply do a drive-by. Another key feature to look for is that if the real estate photos do not have any pictures of the backyard, it's likely because it's very small or very steep. And, well, you're likely not going to like it. Number 8 is one of the most important criteria for most families, and that is schools. When it comes to schools, instead of just asking, are the schools good, focus on what kind of experience and education your child truly needs and will thrive in. Is your child exceptionally gifted and needs a highly competitive environment? Are they a star athlete who needs a really strong sports program? Are they interested in international baccalaureate programs, or are they seeking challenging AP classes? Or perhaps they would thrive in regular classes and don't need all of those additional programs or even require extra support in the classroom. Finding a school that matches their individual learning style and needs is far more important than simply looking at online rankings on niche.com or greatschools.org. And assuming a highly ranked school is automatically the perfect fit, research the school districts, talk to other parents in the area, and prioritize the environment that is truly right for your child. Number 9 is something that we touched on earlier, but it bears repeating. Where you live shapes your daily life. Let's say you hit the gym every day, but you end up in a house that's 20 minutes away from the number 1 gym that you love, and it's on top of your work commute. How will that hour plus of driving impact your routine and energy? You absolutely have to consider what your everyday life looks like and what kind of area and neighborhood you need to support that, instead of just focusing on what's within the actual house itself. It might be worth putting in a little extra effort to find a home on a larger lot in a smaller town if you're trying to escape the rat race. Or conversely, finding a slightly smaller home that fits your budget might be the right choice if being in a specific beloved town is your top priority. And finally, the last and perhaps most heartwarming lesson I've learned from helping so many families move here to the North Metro Atlanta area: people absolutely love living here. They rave about the weather, the friendly people, the low property taxes, the easy access to a huge international airport, the charm of the mountains, and sense of community. Clients consistently tell me they feel more connected to their community here in just a few months than they ever did in their previous state. They love that this is a growing and developing area, a melting pot of cultures with plenty of natural beauty to boot. As someone who lives here and deeply loves the area myself, I am incredibly passionate about helping others find a town and a home that they will love just as much. So what do you think? Are you ready to consider making a move here to Georgia? I've created dozens of videos exploring all the different areas here in the North Metro Atlanta area. So if you want to dive deeper into what it's really like living here and why it might be the perfect place for you, you can check those out. My team and I would be honored to be your real estate agents of choice. We know the ins and outs of this entire process and would love to guide you through every step. You can reach us by clicking the link in the pinned comment below this video, and if you want to understand the current real estate market in our area even better, make sure you watch this video next.